We're joined by David Mastin, president of the Elementary Teachers Federation of Ontario. Thank you so much, David, for joining us. Okay, so we know that teachers are not for this, that ETFO is not for this, for EQAO testing. So how would we measure across Ontario how our students are doing if there is no EQAO?
Yeah, educators are measuring the success and the achievement of the students under their care all the time. And we certainly are in favor of accountability. You know, a lot of public dollars go into public education, and our members and we as their representatives are in favor of showing the general population that public education works, that dollars invested in our students are doing what they're supposed to do. But those dollars need to be there. And we have to have partners all across the system that are aligned in our goals. And we don't believe that we have a provincial government that has the same goals in mind. And we could certainly share what we think is happening with that. But we don't believe EQAO tests accomplish what they were intended to accomplish, which was to close achievement gaps and student achievement gaps identified through the tests, where funds are directed to communities and to locations where extra supports are needed. That hasn't been the way the tests have been implemented, nor have the follow-up afterwards been to that degree.
What are you calling on the Ford government to do?
Well, we would definitely like to see the test scrapped, but in failing that, we would certainly encourage the government to use the results to direct appropriate funds to the areas that are in need. And this is a government that has suffocated the public education system over the last 7 years. $6.3 billion have been taken out of the system. And like anything, you put your money where your mouth is. You have to direct those resources, those precious resources, to improving the lives of students, the success of students, and students are struggling right now. And our members are living that, they're seeing that, teachers on the front line are seeing that. And we know where those funds should be directed to improve the lives of students. Each one of our members is highly trained to do this work. Whoever is appointed to this task force, they will not be public education experts or education experts. They're going to be Doug Ford's cronies and Paul Calandra's cronies, and we've seen these things play out over and over again.
How much money do you think does ETFO estimate could be redirected, and what kind of an impact would that money have on classrooms across Ontario?
Well, right off the start, we would hope and demand that $6.3 billion that has been taken out of the system since 2018 be reinvested. But that would only take us back to a place where we were once this government got elected. But I will tell you, absolutely, students are struggling right now. They need more supports. They need more professional supports, more educational assistants, more child and youth workers, more psychologists, more psychometrists. These people are absolutely required to deal with the complex needs that the students that are in our schools have right now. And without that, we're just playing politics with kids' success.
If EQAO testing were eliminated, what kind of measure of success, what kind of assessment would ETFO support?
Well, we would support any kind of assessment where teachers are at the center of that. Teachers are trained; they're highly educated individuals to differentiate the learning, to differentiate the assessment, to meet children where they are. These people are trained to do this, and they have the capacity to identify where gaps are. And we would be definitely willing participants with this government or anyone else that wanted to work with us to identify a way that accountability could be demonstrated to the general population. This is not something that we're trying to avoid. This is important, but we need to know that the players that we're working with are in alignment with improvements and supporting a strong publicly funded public education, not with the intent to dismantle it.
David Mastin, thank you so much for this and for being here with us. David Mastin is the president of the Elementary Teachers Federation of Ontario. Thank you.